तो till now we had discussed several things. हमने almost बहुत सारे टॉपिक को डिस्कस कर लिया आज एंड मैंने अभी तक आपको ये सारा टॉपिक बता दिया है. पांडा सीरीज भी हो गया, ये भी हो गया और एक सेशन हम डाउट का भी रखेंगे, शाम को रखेंगे. ठीक है, डाउट सेशन भी रहेगा शाम को. तो यू कैन कलेक्ट योर डाउट्स एंड वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द दोज डाउट्स व्हाटएवर यू हैव. हम उसके डिस्कस करेंगे. तो अभी हमने ये टॉपिक खत्म किया था. जस्ट इन अ प्रीवियस क्लास वी हैव कंप्लीटेड दिस ऑल थिंग्स. री इंडेक्स करना भी सीख लिया हमने, इंडेक्सिंग करना भी सीख लिया, हेड एंड टेल सीख लिया, एंड सेलेक्ट रीनेम भी हो गया हमारा. रीनेम भी कर दिया हमने. अब वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट इटरेशन. इटरेशंस की बात करेंगे और इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट CSV फाइल मींस हाउ टू क्रिएट द डेटा फ्रेम थ्रू CSV फाइल. हम इसके बारे में भी जानेंगे इन दिस वीडियो ओनली, सॉरी इन दिस क्लास ओनली. ओके, so now let's understand. Yeah, someone want to say anything? What happened? I'm not audible. Please discuss the paper pattern. Paper pattern I will discuss. Just let I finish it, then I will discuss about the paper pattern also. Don't worry. Okay, first I syllabus finish this revision class, complete revision class. Then I'm telling you na ki one class I will take in the evening, and that is the doubt class. In that class we will discuss everything. Don't worry. Okay, so just you with me, nothing else. So today, now we are going to talk about the iterations. What is the meaning of the iteration? Iteration is the way through which we can get the data in a different way. Okay, so you can iterate over a data frame. You can iterate over a data frame. Okay, so how we can iterate over a data frame? We can iterate in two manner. One is called row wise. One is called row wise, and second is called column wise. Okay. So in a two ways we can iterate on a data frame. One is called row wise and second is called column wise. If we are looking on the row wise, then row wise is known as the horizontal subset. It is also called horizontal subset. What is called horizontal subsets? Then column wise is known as the vertical subset. It is called vertical subset. Okay. So what is the meaning of the horizontal subset and vertical subset? And for this, we are using the iter rows method. Which method we are calling? We are calling iter rows method. For this, we are calling the iter rows method. And for this, we are calling iter items. Iter items method. Which method? Items method. Iter items methods we are using for the column wise or vertical subset iteration, and for row wise or horizontal subset iterations we are using the iter rows. What is the meaning of iter rows? Means row wise rows. First we are getting this row information. This is the my first row information. Okay, then we are getting the second row information, then we are getting the third row information, then we are getting the fourth row option. This is called iter rows. This is called iter rows, and you can say this is called horizontal subset. This is the horizontal, so this is the horizontal subset. Now this is the time for the vertical subset. So what happened? We are going to access the information in this way. First this column, then this column, then this column, and then this column, and this is called vertical subset, or this is called column wise. And for that we are using the iter items, and for this we are using the iter rows. One more thing I want to tell you, and what is this? Whenever you are using the iter rows and iter items, this iter rows function always return the two information. It's give the two values as a tuple output. It's return the two values as a tuple output. The first is called row index. The first is row index. First is row index. Okay, and what is the second? The second is the series. The value are in the form of the series. First it's giving the row index, so row index is the true, and then these all values we are getting as a series. These all values we are getting as a series object. Okay, and if you are using the iter items, so iter items methods is also returning the two values. Okay, so it's going to iterate column wise, and it's also return the two values. And what is this? First it's giving the column index, and then it's returning a series values. Then it's giving the series value. Means this column index, and then this all values as a series object. This column index, all values as a series object. This column index and all values as a series object. It's returning like this way. Okay, so now you have to remember how you can iterate in a pandas. So for that we have two iter rows and iter items functions. One is the row wise, second is the column wise. One is called vertical subsets, column wise is called vertical subsets, row wise is called horizontal subsets. For the row wise we are using iter rows, for the column wise we are using iter items. It's returning two value as a tuple format, row index and series, column index and series. Now I'm going to give you some example of this, how you can do this and how we can access this. So look at this, what is the data frame we are having? We are having the data frame df2 here, and now I'm going to call df2 dot, I'm simply calling df2 dot iter items or iter rows. Then what output we are getting? This is giving the output in this way. Oh, we are not able to get it. No, don't worry. Actually, I have not used in a proper way. That's why I'm getting this. Actually, it's returning an object, but that object we have to access in proper way. We have to access in a proper way. So how you can do this? For that, we have to use the loop here. For that, we have to use the loop here. So I'm using the RI, row index, column value, or you can say series or something like this, or you can say R value, R val. I'm using the R index, RIND. In short, I'm writing so that you can easily understand. Okay, for R index, and this in df2 dot iter rows. Look at this. In this way, I have to use, and now I'm going to print. So first I'm printing R index, and then I'm printing R val, and now I'm pressing enter key and backspace key. Enter key and backspace key, and then I'm pressing enter key, and look at this, how you are getting this output. This is the first index. Row index. First is the Muskan data, so all data is there. So this is the second index. This is the Vikas data. This is the index value, and this is the series object, Vikas value. This is the third index, and this is the Tamanna value. This is the fourth index, and this is the Saloni value. So this way we are accessing the information through the iter rows, and now the same we are going to use for the iter items. So what I'm doing, I'm going to write here for, and again I'm using here column index comma column val, okay, and in df2 dot iter items, okay, and now I'm writing C index. If you want to put some message, you can put, no problem. I'm writing here index, okay, or if you want to write here column index, then you can write col index, no problem. Column index, colon, and then I'm writing here C index, and then I'm writing here values or information, and anything if you want to write, then you can write. I'm not writing this time, so I'm giving this cval and pressing backspace and enter key, and look at this, how we are getting this output. The first column index is the name, remember that. So all names are here, Muskan, Vikas, Tamanna, Saloni, and their index value. Then second column index is the marks. So look at this, all marks value are together, column wise we are getting the output, column wise. What is the third index? This is the class, and we are getting the class here. What is that fourth index? This is the string, and we are getting the string here. Mobile I have already deleted, so that is not available. So this way we can access and we can do the iteration. So that is the iter rows and iter items. Okay, got it? I don't think so any problem you all are having. Okay, if you want to access the individual item through this, we can access the individual item also. You can do some processing also. So now this is about to how to use the iteration in with the data frame. Next topic, we are going to talk about how we can do the export and import, means how we are going to load the data from CSV file to data frame, or you can say text file to CSV file. First thing, you all have to understand what is the CSV. CSV stands for comma separated value. Comma separated value. This is the comma separated value CSV stands for. Okay, so sometime if suppose I have a text file, or you can say CSV file, in that text file or CSV file I kept my information in this way. name, address, okay, and then I'm writing here mobile, okay, and now I'm writing the everything here Anjeev 95418. Sorry, why I'm writing mobile number here? I have to write the address. So now I'm writing the address here. Okay, any address I'm giving, New Delhi, and then I'm writing here mobile number 95 something like this, and then I'm writing the another record, suppose Saloni, and I'm writing here um, Bangalore, okay, and I'm giving the mobile number 9696 something like this, and then I'm writing the another information, Mohit, okay, and Mohit in Chennai. Suppose I'm writing this and 9595 something number like this. So suppose I had created the data in this way, and this is the my text file or CSV file. This is the my text file, or you can say CSV file. Means in a text file, in a .t extension or .csv extension, I can save the file by this extension, or I can save the file by this extension. Doesn't matter, but we are going to understand this CSV format, so I'm going to save the file in this format. Now I want to create a data frame with the help of this file. I want to create a data frame with the help of this file. So how we can do this? If you want to this, so for that we have a one method, and the name of the method is read CSV. There is a one method, which method name is the read CSV, pd.read CSV, and it's required the name of the file name, and it's going to read the CSV file, and it's return our data frame. It's return our data frame object. It's return our data frame object. It means I have to provide the name of the data frame here. So through that you can read the CSV file. While you are writing the file name, you have to take careful here. We can write to mention the path name also sometime. Why? Because suppose your program file is stored in my program folder. Suppose your program file is in my program file folder, and your CSV file is stored in my data folder. Then how you are going to access this? So for that you have to provide the path of this folder also, and then you have to provide the name of the file. So this way you can use through the read CSV, you can access the you can read the CSV file or text file, and you can convert the data from the text file or CSV file into the data frame. Okay, but in case of suppose you have a data frame and you want to create a CSV file, you have a data frame and you want to create a CSV file. So which method we are going to use? So for that purpose, instead of the read CSV, there is a one more function, and that function is known as the toCSV. That is the toCSV, and this time this function is called through the data frame object df.toCSV, and here again we have to provide the path and file name. So when you are required to use this function is used if you want to create a CSV file through data frame. If you want to create a CSV file through data frame, for that purpose you have to use toCSV method. You have to call toCSV method. So now you got it ki how we can use the read CSV and how we can use the toCSV, and for which functions we are going to create the data frame through CSV file, and we are going to export the data from CSV to data frame, our data frame to CSV. Okay, so this two function is the important. One function is invoked through the data frame object, another function is invoked with the pandas object, okay, PD object, because it is the panda inside the panda library. Now something more you have to understand. If you are going to use the read CSV, suppose you are going to read CSV. Okay, so read CSV is having the some arguments, and that arguments you must be aware about this. Okay, what is the use of the arguments? There is a one concept. Okay, there is a one use of this. You simply write the file name here with their path. You simply write the file name. Means in this case, it assume that okay, data is available in a file is separated by comma. This is the, what is the second syntax? Sometimes we are using the names argument. Sometimes we are using the names argument inside the read CSV function, and this name arguments is used to specify your own column. Specify your own column means you want to specify some different column instead of the column given in the CSV file. For that purpose, we are using the names. Sometimes we are using the header, sometimes we are using the header attributes, header arguments, and it is used to specify that my CSV file does not having any header information, does not contain any header line. Means that you have started your CSV file without writing that this is the name column and this is the address column and this is the mobile column. So this information is not available, only data is available in my CSV file. For that purpose, we are using the header argument. What is the next? The next argument that is known as this CSV file we are using, and that is called skip rows. Sometimes we want to skip some rows. We don't want to get the all rows. I don't want to read from the all rows. I want to skip some rows. Okay, so we have to provide the value of skip rows, and here you have a two option. Either you can provide the value as number of rows, as you provide the how many rows you want to skip, or you can provide the value in this way also. This is the number of rows, or you can provide the value of row 1, row 2, row 3, specify the row number also. You can specify the row number by their position. It's going to skip the rows also. So sometimes we have to use this argument. Okay, sometimes you are using the index columns. Means suppose by default it's going to create the data frame and their index value is assigned like this 0 1 2 3 4 5, but I don't want to use this 0 1 2 3 5 in a data frame as an index. I want to use some one column of the data as an index, and for that purpose we have to use one more arguments, and that is called index column. There is a one more column that is called index column, and with this we have to mention the name of the column as an index. Okay, so we can use this way also. So these are the some arguments which is required to use with the read CSV function instead of the file name. File name is the name through which from where you have to access the data. Instead of this, you can provide the your own column. You can skip the, you can mention that there is no header. You can skip the some rows. Means I want to skip the 5 rows, or I want to skip the row number 1, row number 5, row number 9. So this way also we can use index column. I want to make the ID as an index column, so we can use in this way also. So now I'm going to show each and everything one by one, and you just try to understand. But before going to tell you anything, I have to open the notepad here, because I want to create a CSV file here. I want to create a CSV file here. So with this, I'm going to open this CSV file. Okay, so now I'm going to write here name, or sorry, I'm going to write ID, name. Don't give the space, name, and mobile number. I'm giving this much only so that I can write it very fast. 101 name. I'm writing here ANGEEV, mobile number 9541847706, and then I'm giving the 102, and name I'm writing here Saloni, and I'm giving the mobile number 98989898. Okay, and I'm giving the 103. I'm writing here Vikas. Okay, and I'm giving here 97979797. Okay, so this number I'm giving like this. Okay, so now this much information only, and now I'm going to save this file. So I'm clicking on the save, and you can save the file with CSV extension. You can save the file by with any extension. I'm going to save the file in a documents folder. Okay, and I'm saving the file in the test.csv. I can change that this is like all files and save this. So this file is saved, is already exist. I want to replace it, so I replace this. Now I'm going to close this CSV file, and later I will open it. So I have to copy the path of that. So I'm going in this, I'm moving in the documents, I'm searching the test. So where is the test is visible. It's a here test. I'm going to look at the properties, and I'm going to copy this. And you, if you don't want to copy from there, you simply click at here. You simply, no, it will not give in this way. So I'm going to look at the properties and I'm going to copy this path. I'm going to copy this path, making a right click here and selecting this copy option because I have to copy the path there. I don't want to type the code. So now I'm going to create a data frame. So I'm giving the data frame df5 is equal to pd dot read underscore csv, and I'm giving the double control v, and here I'm writing here test dot csv. Okay, so this way I'm giving the file name. I'm giving the file name, and now I'm executing this. I'm getting an error message here. This is the Unicode error message, and what we have to do this now we have to mention instead of the single slash we have to give the two slash here. What we have to give? We have to give the two slash because single slash is used with the escape sequence character constant and it is counted as a special character. So what we have to do? We have to put this way, and now we are getting the error here. Expected. What is this problem with this? Pandas is exported and everything is there. So pass, return, read file, buffer, read. It's giving some error. So I think that I have to open the file again. Let's wait. I'm going to open this documents and open with notepad. So what mistake I have done? I have done something wrong. Comma I have given everywhere given id name this. Oh, I have given the comma here also, so that's why I think there is a problem. So control s, and now close this, minimize this, and I'm going to read the command, write the command again, the same command, press the enter key. Now this time it's working fine. So now df5, look at this, my data frame is created. Okay, so this way you can create the data frame. Now you are going to use the different syntax like this, header none and something like this. Skip row, you can write here header equal to none. Okay, run this code and check the df5 how it is working. Now it's counted, no header is there, so it's giving their own header 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and now I'm going to use this and I'm going to say skip rows 1 also. So skip rows number 1, total 1 row I want to skip, so I'm going to skip the row 1. So now it's working fine. ID name and mobile number is going to skip from there. Okay, and suppose you want to skip some more rows like this, so I'm going to write here instead of 1 I'm going to write 1 comma 3, 1 comma 3, 2 rows is going to escape. So now look at this df5. So what happened? 1 comma 3, this row is also going to escape. Okay, 103 is not there. So this way it's going to work. Row number 1, because id is the row number 0, id is the row number 0, that's why id is not escape. It's skipping the row number 1 and row number 3. So this is the row number 1 and this is the row number 3, and look at this, what showing, name and Saloni one is showing here. So if you want to skip anything, one, suppose I want to skip row number 0 instead of 1, so I can write in this way also, and now you can check it's working fine. Okay, so now you can use the index column. So I'm going to use the index column as a this, and instead of skip rows I'm going to use the index column. So I'm writing here ei index call is equal to, what is the name of the column? I'm going to use the id as an index column. So now there is a problem. So why there is a problem with this? First I see this id is not there because I have written the header is equal to none. So that's why no id is there. So first I have to remove this header is equal to none also. It means that we have some data, so no header is there. So now it's working fine, and you can check df5. Now its id is used as a row index. Okay, so this way we can do this. Getting my point? So now look at this, how we can, now we are going to use the 2CSV file, 2CSV. So how we can going to convert this data frame? Suppose I'm going to use, and I'm not using the anything, I'm just using the data frame in a simple way. I'm using this data frame in a simple way. So my data frame is created here, or I have a data frame 2 also. So I want to convert this data frame 2 in a CSV file. I want to store this information in a text file. So what I will do, I will write here df2.2csv. What I will write here 2csv. And now I'm going to copy this path. I'm going to copy this path, Control C, and I'm just pasting it, Control V, and in test of the test CSV, I'm writing here test the data frame CSV. Okay, and now I'm closing this bracket and pressing the enter key. Okay, so one CSV file is created. One CSV file is created, and what is the name of that CSV file? That name is the test. Look at this test. There is a one file test df. Look at this. This is the test df file, and now I'm going to open this in a notepad, and you can see this is containing the name, marks, class, stream, the true, Muskan, Yadav, everything false, Vikas, Tamanna, Soloni. Look at this. All informations are there. All informations are there. So we can use the to CSV command to convert the data frame into the CSV file. So this way you can do this. Now there is a one more thing. By default, what happened whenever you open this file, you can see that by default it's giving the separator as comma. By default it's giving the separator as comma. But there is a one option also. You can give your own separator. You can mention your own separator, and that is this. We can use the SAP argument here. We can use the SAP argument if you want to mention the on separator here. So how we can do this? We can do this by writing this command simply. What we have to use instead of this, we can write here. First we press the enter key, and now we are writing here sap is equal to, and I'm giving the separator hash symbol. What giving? I'm giving the separator hash symbol, and now you go and check the CSV file. Now you check this CSV file, so you can find it. Here you can open with the notepad, and you see what is this? The hash symbol is coming here. Where is the comma? In place of comma, what is given? It's giving the hash symbol. So this way we can change the separator also. There is a one more arguments we are using generally with this to CSV command, and that is known as the nan, to check the nan value. You can check the nan value also, handling the nan value. So sometimes there is a nan value in your data frame, and suppose you want to process the nan value. So how you can process the nan value? Suppose I have the data frame 5 here. So now what I'm going to write here, I'm going to write here df5 comma name, okay, and the row index name 1, and I'm going to write here np.nan, np.n. Now what's the problem? Okay, no problem, it's a working fine. So now there is a nan value here. There is a nan value. And now I'm going to write this command again. I'm going to write this command or this command. I'm moving on this, pressing the enter key. And instead of df2, I'm writing here df5. Okay. And I'm pressing this. So now the data frame is created. Data frame is created here. And I'll just show you what happened in this data frame. I'm going to open this, open with notepad, and you see here is the two blank space. Here is the two hash symbol is there because Saloni value is nan there. I converted the name of the Saloni to the nan. So what happened instead of nan, it's putting the blank. It's putting the blank means you can say it's putting nothing there. So I want to give some value in place of the nan. If there is a nan, I want to give some other value. So what I'm writing here, NA representation not null, means there is a one argument that is known as the NA rep, and this is used to handle the nan value. NA representation n is equal to, I'm writing here no name. What I'm writing? No name. I'm giving this no name. And now you go and check that file. Now you go and check that file. You will see that instead of this, instead of the nan, it's giving the no name here. Look at this. So this way we can handle the nan value also. So this is about how to convert, how to export, import the CSV files into the data frame. So now this all pandas are revised here. And if you have any doubts, you can collect the doubts also. There are so many exercises are given in a book. So I'm going to share a link of the book also, a book PDF I got. So I'm going to share the link to you so you can download that book and you can go through that if you are not having the new book with you. Okay. So, and now in the next class, we are going to do the revision of data visualization. So that topic is left, and what is left that is the MySQL and then societal impacts and networking. Okay. So